2025. Playing one of the best teams in the group of five today, the Toledo Rockets.
Hello, beautiful people.
Here on SEC Network.
Welcome.
He's the College Football Hall of Famer, Matt Stinchcomb. I'm Taylor Zarzer. Alyssa Lang's on the field. You'll see her in just a second. Kentucky's had to wait 9 months to play a football game. Toledo 8. The wait is over.
Yeah, both these teams have to be eagerly anticipating today's matchup for two different reasons, really. The way it went last year for Kentucky, just the 4 wins. Toledo probably eager to get restarted. 8 victories, 2 of them versus Power 4 teams, 1 of them here in the Southeastern Conference.
Well, Kentucky has a bunch of fresh faces, Mr. Stinchcomb. 55 of them on this roster, including their brand new quarterback, the ageless Zach Calzada.
Yeah, he doesn't lack for experience, a familiar face around this conference. Spent time at A&M, Auburn, and now finds his way to Kentucky. And this isn't new for the Wildcats. They've been able to go into the portal, bring guys into this program with varying degrees of success. The zenith of which was probably there with Will Levis there in the middle. They're looking to recapture some of that magic at the quarterback position. And they think that they've got the ingredients in Zach Calzada.
Regardless of quarterback play, you got to move the guys around up front. And that's the thing that Mark Stoops wants his identity to be again. Energetic physicality.
And that's the hallmark of Mark Stoops' teams. They're very physical, blue-collar kind of guys. You can see the way they ran the football last year versus what they allowed. Didn't run the ball well offensively, didn't stop the run well defensively. They need those lines of scrimmage to be more assertive.
Let's hear from Coach Stoops. He's standing by with Alyssa Lang.
2 words yesterday, energetic physicality. That's what you've asked of your entire team. What does that look like for them today?
Just high intensity. I want great energy. I want to play between in the whistles, obviously. No extracurricular. First game of the year, everybody's going to be amped up. We're tired of playing each other. But I want to see great energy, and we have to be physical.
Well, Zach Calzada and Kentucky have a tough opponent today. The Toledo Rockets, coached by Jason Candle, and one of the best programs in the group of 5. You think back to what they did last year, the last time they played an SEC opponent. Toledo went to Starkville, Mississippi, and whipped Mississippi State last year, 41-17.
Well, one of the highlights of Toledo's season a year ago, getting that victory on the road, obviously in this conference. And as you mentioned, a decisive victory, but a bit of an up-and-down season for Toledo. They capped it with that victory in the bowl game over Pittsburgh. Can they pick up where they left off?
You see it there. If he wins today, he's the winningest coach in school history. We think we have one of the best games of week 1. Let's get ready for Kentucky and Toledo.
Welcome to the first game, home opener against Toledo Rockets.
Toledo won the toss. They deferred. Kentucky will receive. First meeting happened, the only meeting happened 6 years ago, as called by this play-by-play guy, that analyst, and that sideline reporter, and the producer today. Good to be back.
We are underway. Here we go.
At the 2, that's Kendrick Law. Law through the middle of the field. Gets up to the 28. We already see one new face in Kendrick Law. We expect to see a lot more of him today, not only as a kick returner, but as a wide receiver, and maybe even in the backfield. We talked about Zach Calzada. From Texas A&M to Auburn to Incarnate Word to Kentucky. 23-9 as a starting quarterback in college football. Doesn't need to play hero ball today, Matt. Just needs to run the offense for Kentucky.
They talked about it a lot. He even mentioned, I'm a game manager, kind of trying to talk himself into that role. Don't need to be risky early on in this contest.
On the first play, another fresh face, Seth McGowan. First carry as a Cat. A flag comes down as he gets up near the 35-yard line. Today's referee is Kyle Olson.
Kyle Olson will be a referee for today's game, so we won't forget his name.
Offense, number 9, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Jamori Macklin, the receiver, holding on that play.
But you can see what Kentucky wants to open up with right on the ground. See if he can take advantage of what is a sizable difference along the line of scrimmage. Toledo's active along their front. They can help Calzada today with a strong ground game.
Ball now at the 21-yard line, 1st and 17. And to McGowan again, and Seth goes straight ahead up to the 23-yard line. We talked about Calzada, all the places he's been. How about McGowan? Oklahoma, went to play NAIA ball in Texas, then Butler Community College in New Mexico State, has had a lot of adversity. He led New Mexico State in rushing last year with over 800 yards. They expect him to be one of their bell cows in the backfield, along with another new face, Dante Dowdell. We'll see some of him today. 2nd and 15 for Calzada. Plenty of time, and underneath pass is caught. Up past the 30-yard line goes Willie Rodriguez. It's a pickup of 8. It'll be 3rd down.
Kentucky's really excited with what they have in Willie Rodriguez. Not a big guy. He's not going to be a big thumper, although they do use multiple tight end sets more than most offenses. Today we expect to see more just one tight end, one back. Rodriguez in that bunch of receivers towards the top of your screen.
Kentucky was only 33% on 3rd down last year. Struggled to stay on the field. Calzada throws, caught, 1st down, past the 40. Jamori Macklin making up for the penalty.
Rockets only rushed 4, great pocket to throw from. Nice and clean, kept it wide. Calzada layered that ball in there. You see the Rockets, 2 defenders in there, 1 underneath. Well-placed ball to Macklin, able to make amends for that early holding penalty.
11 yards. The senior from Missouri, used to play for Mizzou and for North Texas. Straight ahead, it's Dowdell. It's Dante Dowdell. He played for Oregon, where he was limited for a couple of years. Then he went to Nebraska and ran for over 600 yards with 12 touchdowns. In fact, led the Huskers in rushing last year.
You look at Kentucky, they have in their offensive backfield at the running back room 3 leading rushers, obviously from 2 other teams, and one, Jamarian Wilcox. We see how much we see of him, but Dowdell and McGowan, both prolific rushers last season.
On 2nd and 5, a toss ahead to Law, and it's blown up. That's hardly Gilmore, excuse me. And in the backfield, back at the 40-yard line, it's a loss of 7 on the play. Malachi Davis.
And they showed that look, very first play of the game. They pulled the backside guard and tackle. That time Malachi Davis, instead of squeezing down with those pulling linemen, he played upfield, trying to get the Rockets to lean to their left and then sweep around with that speed. Great job by Davis of getting upfield to confuse.
Now 3rd and 10 after that loss of 7.
Yeah.
Calzada, time. One-on-one ball. Sideline. Caught. Inside the 25 by J.J. Hester.
Wow.
That's a 34-yard completion from Calzada to Hester.
Another beautifully placed ball. You can see Hester stumbled a little bit in his route. Didn't go out of bounds, able to stay in.
Kentucky's going quickly here, Stinch. They want to make sure. 26-yard line. Yep, and here it comes. They tried to get it off.
They were set right there, Taylor. I'm actually surprised.
Catch is under video review.
Oh,
They
no.
didn't go ahead and snap the football. I mean, they were set. They did a good job of getting up and over the ball. Bush Hand and offensive coordinator and play caller here in Kentucky talked about you want to play with tempo more than anything. It doesn't just mean hyperactive. It means in instances like that where you can change the throttle and you take advantage of avoiding potential review.
Look here.
If anything, it looks almost like his left foot might have made contact after he possessed the football.
Did his torso come down before the legs came down, I think is the question.
The majority of it, we're talking knees up, out of bounds. See Jason Campbell, helpfully, the head coach from Toledo, trying to help out beside his edge there. Out of bounds. The question is, did he get that left foot down before the rest of it landed out of bounds?
The 4 seasons with 9+ wins, 2 with 11. Never a losing season. He's been the head coach for 10 years, been at Toledo since 2010.
Watch his left foot, his right foot rather, as it grazed the turf before he comes down. Now that first one does is his left foot make contact before the rest of it does. The right foot had the first swipe at it, the left foot maybe did.
The right arm is coming down right as that leg was hitting the ground. So close.
Very. Well, we can come up with anything that would indisputably overturn this. Hard to tell if that left foot's crazy.
Replay official Chris Rape is taking a long look at this. He just came into our booth before the game started, and we were talking about some of the rule changes. Of course, the big one is feigning injuries this year, and that can cost you a timeout if your team does that at all in 2025. We've already seen a couple of instances of that in Week 0 games. There's also some new verbiage, too. It's not going to be stands or confirmed. It's upheld if the call stands. Of course, overturned if they decide it's an incompletion.
I'll tell you, they might be looking at was Hester juggling the football a little bit as he was coming down. He definitely completed the catch, but what did he possess it? Did he have firm control of the ball before he would have established himself out of bounds?
After video review, the ruling on the field has been overturned. It is an incomplete pass.
Oh, no.
Before any other body part touched in bounds. It'll be 10 at Kentucky's 41.5.
The big question, would there
Wow.
be evidence to overturn it? And evidently there was, and that is a big call. Instead of a 34-yard catch that puts Kentucky inside Toledo's 30, they have to punt in their own territory.
Be back to that negative yardage tackle. A tackle for loss by Malachi Davis. Trying to sneak a fly sweep to the left side of the offensive line.
I wanted to let all of you know this is a brand new graphic.
Aiden LaRosse, the South African punter, is back for the Cats to punt. Bryson Hammer waiting on it. There's another booming punt from LaRosse. Hammer has to dive on it near the 12.
It's a fair catch. Fair catch.
Toledo gets the football for the first time when we come back.
We'll be right back on the other side.